What's up troopers, my name is Neon and today we're going to be doing a brand new settings video, so let's crack into this. So I made a settings video before, it's been about 8 months ago now, and a lot of people are saying, hey, what's your settings and stuff, and I've changed a little bit here and there since the previous video, so I wanted to make this one now. And you know, there's a lot of new people come to the Battlefield scene, so I wanted to make this to help people. I really do appreciate all the guide videos you guys have helped me with on this channel. You guys have been absolutely killing it, and I really appreciate that. But I'm just asking you guys to please subscribe to the channel, because the thing is, if you don't subscribe to the channel, you're going to miss out so many guide videos when it comes to control and recoil, or what's the best weapons, and I get these questions all the time. So please subscribe to the channel so you do not miss out. Easy, simple, click the button, subscribe, and that's all you need to do. I want to make sure that you guys have joined the platoon. If you haven't, make sure to join it, okay? And also as well, just follow me on like social medias and stuff, like, you know, follow me on Twitter, you know, join the Discord server, you know, just be really a part of the community, because we have a fantastic Pinkwig Army community, and if you're not a part of it, you're missing out. So please make sure to join the Discord, because the Discord is a very big part. So if you guys could be a part of that, that'd be absolutely amazing. You get all the notifications, you can just interact with the troopers in there. You can also find plenty of other people to squad up with. But now let's sort out the settings video for you guys. Okay, so now you all guys have joined the Discord, you're subbed to the channel and stuff. Now let's get into the settings. So this is basically the main thing we need to start off with first, is soldier sensitivity. I do 75, and then soldier zoom sensitivity I do 61. This is the sensitivity for me. It doesn't feel too fast, and this is the one thing you need to really make sure your zoom sensitivity is a lot more lower than your standard sensitivity, because if your zoom sensitivity is a lot more higher than your standard sensitivity, your zoom sensitivity needs to be a lot more slower so you can actually control that recoil and stay on target. But the thing is, if you want to turn on to targets and stuff, or really switch to other targets a lot more quicker, that's why your standard sensitivity needs to be higher. So 75 I feel like is a good recommended, and 61 is a very good zoom sensitivity. Obviously you want to have soldier sprint as a toggle, you know what I mean? If you want to hold it, you can, but that's going to really hurt your thumb. Everything else is basically default. And this is my custom button layout. So what I'll do is I'm going to go through it and you guys can copy this, okay? So make sure to pause the video so you can actually really copy this to the exact way you want it to be. So let's crack into it. Okay, so now we're on acceleration. So this one here, I like leaving it as 50%. So obviously, as it says on here anyway, if you want to set it to 0, you can have more the feel of Battlefield 4. But then if you have it to 100 and make it feel like Battlefield 1. The thing is, I wasn't really the fan of like the way how it was even on Battlefield 1. It kind of felt a bit more slower, and Battlefield 4 was a lot more in my opinion. Like I really did like it and everything like that, but it didn't feel as smooth for me. So I really just like having that as 50, so it keeps it right in the middle, and 50 is the default anyway, so that is the way to go. I have messed about with this countless of times, but the thing is, I always keep coming back to default 133. Obviously, please make sure uniform soldier aiming is on. Very good, you need that on. And obviously all this you want to just leave as default. All this is also default as well. I haven't really messed about with any of these as well. I know a lot of people go crazy in advance with them, and it's totally up to you. But that's why sensitivity and the zoom sensitivity is so important. So you don't really need to mess about with any of this. Okay, so here we go on to dead zone. Dead zone. So this is basically for my left stick. Left stick, I like it to be very sensitive and all that, so just a slight little bit of movement, I can move a lot more faster and quicker, because of course if you move just slightly, you're going to walk a lot more slower. So that if you make it a lot more lower, the slight little movement, the kind of pretty much the more sensitive it's going to react to you. So when you're in a gunfight, if you want to wiggle left and right, it's a lot more better. So 13 to 15 to 51 is for it. And then for the right stick, I have 13 to 15 to 100. And this one is very important. So your L2 and your R2, the smallest little bit of trigger you pull down, you're just going to get so many easy kills because you're going to shoot first. And that is always the important thing. I'm going to make sure that you always will shoot first if you have your dead zone on the lowest. The slight little bit of movement of that trigger, you're going to be shooting. So that's why you want to have everything on the lowest. So dead zone to 0%, 5%, 0%, and 5%. Okay, so now we're on gameplay. So obviously you want your HUD on. Motion HUD is totally up to you, personal preference, but I like having it off. Every time you're running, it's all that wiggle and stuff. It's just a bit off-putting, so I don't really like having that. Of course, you can have kill log, personal preference, whatever you want. Some people like having that as all, some people like having it as team, or squad, or just yourself, or just nearby. Nearby is actually the most important one, because then you can understand what's going around you. I just like having us all, so when I'm squadding up with people, I can really understand their surroundings, plus mine. Everything else is pretty much default, so you don't really need to play about with any of this. This is one thing a lot of people keep asking me about, is all this here. They keep saying to me, Neon, how do you have your crosshairs with the color? So just mess about, change whatever color you like. So for me, I like to have the pink. So obviously that's your crosshair, and this is your reflex sight. So you know, you can have whatever color you really want to. If you want to have green on your reflex sight, go and have green. If you want to have pink, you can have pink. You want blue, have blue. Obviously, you know, I have colors like this, red, and that's the way to do it, you know what I mean? And then you can obviously do the hit color, the headshot color, kill color, you know what I mean? It just all sorts of like damage ways, or like, you know, here where it has armor hint color, so you can have all that. So have the colors whatever you like to have. So mini map size, I have 111. This is the way I prefer, so it's just a little bit more bigger, but not too big. Okay, so now we're in advanced. So camera shake, you need to have camera shake on the lowest, trust me. If you have camera shake on the max or default, you're gonna have a bad time. Too much shake is off-putting, especially when you're playing games like Battlefield. There's explosions left and right, so you want to have it on 50%, please. You really do. Auto leaning, you can have this off. I can lean myself in general, as you see with the configuration, but sometimes auto leaning, it comes in clutch, so I like to have it on. Same as auto peek over. Deploy parachute, I don't have deploy parachute automatic. I like having it where I can just do it myself, because there's times where you jump off and it takes too long to do it, or especially like when it's firestorm, you want to pick the right moment to deploy your parachute. So this is like a kind of controversial one. Most people like to have aim assist on, some people have aim assist off. For me, recoil and flicking on the targets and staying consistent it's always been a must for me, and I feel like aim assist takes away that part of playing very successful. So I like taking away aim assist to control recoil and control how I play the Battlefield and how I play FPS games by myself, not anything else controlling it for me. So obviously soldier aim assist I have a 0, and soldier's zoom snap I have it as 0 as well. But the thing is, if you do want to have aim assist, I really recommend you just have slowdown. Have slowdown as 100% or whatever you want to have. If you have aim assist zoom snap, it's going to be really off-putting and you're going to have a bad time. But sometimes people don't mind it, so it's really whatever you want to do. In my opinion, I have soldier aim assist slowdown as 100. That's what I would have. But this is personal preference, you can pick whatever you like. Audio. Audio is literally, you don't really have to copy any of these. Audio is all by the headset you have, or the TV, or the speakers you have. So this is something what you have to play about with yourself. So obviously it's really up to you what you want to do for this. You can copy this if you really want to, but it all depends by your headset. And now we're getting to a bit more of the juicy stuff. I have 53 brightness. People always say to me, should you be using max FOV? And honestly, go for it if you really want to. I have a lot of fun playing on max FOV, but what is the recommended? The recommended I would say is 90. But do max FOV if you want to, or do 90 FOV. they are definitely the recommended I would give you for that. ADS field of view is very important. If you are sniping and sniping only, you want to have this off. If you want to just use normal red guns, have it on all the time. So if you're just using normal weapons and you decide to use a sniper rifle, turn it off, because then when you use a sniper rifle, it's going to give you more zoom, and that is very clutch. But if you want to control recoil very well, you want to have it on for normal weapons. Motion blur, you really want to have this at 0. ADS depth effect is basically when you're aiming in with iron sight, it kind of gives it that blur on the sight. You don't really want that. It's kind of similar like a motion blur, just going to make you feel a little bit nauseous. And of course, these are my team colors. This is personal preference, so you can do whatever you like, but that is mine right there. Of course, you want to have all this off as well. You know, if you're recording cinematics or like a battlefield montage or something, and you want to make it look a bit realistic, go for it. But the thing is, I just feel like it's kind of off-putting to have all these settings on. But there we go. That is my new improved Battlefield 5 settings video. This will be my last Battlefield 5 settings video ever on this game, so hopefully you guys will enjoy it. I won't be changing anything else when it comes to settings. This is exactly what it's going to be, and it's going to stay like this forever. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe to be a part of the Pink Wig Army, and I'll see you troopers in the next video. Peace.